Hi everyone, Captain Mickelson here for part 2 of our two-part series on forms and form submissions on Fire Manager. So in this second part, we're going to go ahead and talk about what to do if you have received notification that a form has been submitted to you. The way we got it set up is, we're going to set it up, is that anybody who needs to know or needs to or is able to do something about a form will receive an email. So probably the officers, maybe the chief officers, and anybody with a specialized portfolio, for example Kelly Flewelling, will receive an email saying that there has been a form submitted to them or to the group. For example, in our example, Kelly Flewelling, he would not receive anything on damaged equipment. He would only receive information or notifications on radios. So here I've got myself logged in to my work email. You can see I've received 4 damaged equipment submissions from somebody. I can click that. It says, okay, I've got one from Form Test submitted damaged equipment on this date at this time. So I don't know anything more than that, so what I need to do is pop over to Fire Manager. I'm on my home page, as you can see, and I'm logged in as myself this time, not as my Form Test made up guy. All I need to do, pop down to Reports again, Damaged Equipment. You can see the one that was submitted, or the one that we submitted earlier in part 1 for the 2180 with the broken screen. Click that, open it up. As you can see now, we've got the form that has been submitted. I cannot do anything currently because it's locked. I can't click on anything. It's all locked up. But you, as a person who has received the report or knows about the report, will have the opportunity to modify it. And you can see at the top there's a Modify Submission button or link. You also see on the right hand side is an Edit Form Configuration. That is because I am able to actually modify the form. I created the form, and so I can actually modify it. However, you folks won't have that unless you've built a form yourself. But what you will see is just this Modify Submission. So all you do, click that, it unlocks it. Now you'll go down to the status, the section that's supposed to be filled out by you, and say, okay, well, I know I've got an SPO2 monitor in QM stores. We had a spare one, so we're going to replace it. Can we turn it to service? Yes, we can. The officer, in this case it's me, the date, today's date, and then all we do is hit submit. Now you notice up here, there it is. It was modified by me at this time and this date, and I can go back into reports and either deal with more or see, yes, there it is. So anybody now looking will be able to see what its status is. It's been returned to service by me, and that it was replaced. Okay, so now let's go ahead and look at the vehicle maintenance request for that ladder. You can see ladder 1, we'll bring this up. And again, we're going to go over and modify the submission. Now, currently what we do is we get a paper copy, we write down the issue, and we fax it over to the fleet maintenance guys. Our process is not going to change on that at this time. However, what we're going to do is add a step. So again, for ease of tracking, for ease of understanding what the statuses are of the various trucks and the problems with them, we're going to go ahead and start using this form. So what's going to happen is a firefighter finds a problem, example, ladder's falling off and there's no water in the pump. They fill out their end of this form, and then it's submitted to you as the officer. Now, the next thing what we're going to do is get that information, and either you fill out or have your firefighter fill out the actual paper copy and fax it over to Fleet Services, and they'll do whatever they do on their end until until they're done with it. Now, one of the things that they're going to be doing in the next few months is moving to an electronic tracking system. So very similar to FAME, the asset management system for building maintenance. And at that point, instead of faxing the information off, we will just fill out their online version based on the information that we receive through this program and send it to them. Now, it is a little bit redundant, but as we know, FAME submissions only go to the person, and the information based on that submission only goes to the person that submitted it. So if I submit something about a leaky faucet, I'll know that it's been fixed and sent back to me because it comes back to me. It doesn't go to the whole group, which is why it is important that we use this form so the whole group can see what's going on. So we've got this problem. It was submitted to us. Now you'll see the first issue is we can see, okay, all the issues is was the deficiency form emailed to Fleet Services? So yes, it was by me. And then select the date. Okay, so if that's all, that's the first step. Boom, gonna hit it. It's done. Okay, now let's say that Fleet we've submitted it. A couple days later, Fleet sends an email back saying ladder 1 is complete. Here's what we did with it, or no, it's not good to go, whatever the case may be. Now we go back in, open it up, modify submission here at the top again, come back down, and can the unit go into service? No, it cannot. Okay, why not? It's awaiting parts. More time. We say it's going to be done by December the 25th for our Christmas. So what's the description of the work completed? Awaiting a brand new ladder. Truck, I guess. And any recommendations? Next time, don't buy a that. So don't buy a blank arm, but there. So then we submit it. So now, again, as we go up into the reports section, pop up that vehicle maintenance request. We want to look at the ladder. Okay. Yeah, it looks like, oh, has it been filled out? Yes, one's been filled out. It's been sent on this day at this time. Can it go back into service? No, it can't. It's awaiting more parts, more time required. And this is when it's done, and here's what's going on. Okay, so that's kind of how that works. Again, if you are receiving emails, it means that you're on the list to be able to do something about the forms. I think it's going to be handy to be able to track, okay, what's going on with all the trucks. If I need to know, if someone says, hey, is 1591 gone in for that engine repair, or is it back yet? Well, I have no idea. I'll be able to pull it up and say, okay, yes, 1591 it was submitted. It's an issue. It saves us trying to go through the paperwork, that binder, and while it's been okay at this point, it still is a bit of a pain. Nobody actually does it, and we can go from there. And like you said in saw in part 1, we can modify these. Or these can be submitted over on your smartphone, so it should make it easier for the staff to be able to do that for us. And we will see where this goes. So again, thanks for listening. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Send me an email or talk to me. If you have any ideas for any other forms that you think might make our lives a whole bunch easier, then let me know, and I can help you build them, or you can build them yourself or whatever. But hopefully this video tutorial has been helpful, and we'll talk to you later.